Hi guys, welcome to our health class online. So you guys have had a little bit of time off, a little bit of unscheduled time off, and I'm just going to record this video to show you what our online learning system will look like. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share the screen with Canvas. So this is our Canvas page. It looks a little bit different than when we were meeting together. When we were meeting together, it was just a place to get the assignments and turn the assignments in. Most of our content, our class content was obviously in our lectures on Tuesday. We don't have that opportunity anymore because we are staying at home, self-isolating, quarantine. So I'm going to kind of orient you to the online class. So the very first module now is welcome back, start here. You are right here because you accessed this video and you were watching me talk to you guys. This is the this is the syllabus for the class, and then underneath this, I will have a updated syllabus or just updated 2 pages for you about the class now, because the points are going to change, I think, about 5 points. So I'm going to walk you through that and kind of our tentative schedule for the rest of class in a minute. I just wanted to show you what each week will look like. So this week we are going to be learning about health conditions. You'll have a video lecture. You'll have a discussion board, and you'll have a reading reflection. So each week will generally look like this. The discussion board and the reading reflection are both going to be each week, and they'll both be for 10 points, so 20 points per week. So what you'll do is typically you'll want to watch the video lecture first. You'll have an image, you'll have some information, and then you'll have a lecture from me on health conditions. Then you'll have a discussion board. And this week, it will be super easy. I want to start off on a positive note. I want to start us off just on a good note, I guess. So you are going to post something funny or happy or good or positive that's happened to you or you want to share. So I posted a picture of or a YouTube video of babies laughing. You could post a picture of your dog. You could post a picture of a funny story that happened over the last 2 weeks, a meme that's appropriate that you thought was funny. Just share something good with the rest of the class. So if you do that, you will get 10 points. In my discussions, I'm not going to be really intense about you have to reply to somebody. All you really have to do is post the question that I answer or post the question that I pose in the discussion board. So I don't have a word, there's no word count. You don't have to reply to anybody. If you wanted to, that would be fantastic. To get those 10 points, you just have to answer the question that I ask in the discussion board. And then there'll be a reading reflection or a video reflection or some kind of written work each week. So this one, you're going to read the introduction and first chapter, so it's about 5 pages. And then in your own words, you're going to tell me what a chronic condition is. Because this week in our video lecture, I'm going to be talking about chronic conditions that are very common in childhood. So I want you guys to have some information about what chronic conditions overall for our lifespan is. So that's an example of what a week will look like. A video lecture, you need to just post at least once in the discussion board, and you need to answer the reading reflection as well, which is going to support the video lecture. So that's what our weeks are kind of look like. There'll be 6 weeks of kind of course content, and then there'll be a week overview, and then there will be a week of for the final exam. So that is what they will generally look like. So you just need to log on once or twice a week and do the work. I will open it on Monday mornings about 6 a.m. and I will close it in 7 days on that Sunday at 11:59. So you have 6.5 days in order to do the class content. I know that some people are homeschooling like me. Some people are working from home online and teaching from home online like me. And some of you are still considered essential emergency work and you are still working. So, and some of you are probably trying to remotely do some of your work as well. So our life changed dramatically in 2 weeks, and we are all rolling with the punches. So I wanted to give you like almost 7 whole days in order to do your work. So you don't have to log in at a specific time. You don't there's nothing synchronous. The Zoom is how we're going to be teaching, but it will be a pre-recorded lecture by me that you are just going to watch. So you don't have to log in at a certain time and do anything with your classmates. You will have interactions with your classmates on the discussion boards. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share with you kind of our updated syllabus. So this will be up for you, and this will just generally give you the most pertinent information as we go online. So here's an updated syllabus as of 3:30. So here is my email if you didn't have it. You can always message me on Canvas, or you can use my email. They go to the same place. I'm going to be checking my emails Monday through Friday, and Sunday, but it's most likely going to be in the afternoon. So my husband works in healthcare, so he's considered an essential service. He works in a medical lab. They don't do the COVID testing though, but people still need to have labs run, so he still has to work. So he's working super early. He's going in about 4 a.m. and he's getting off at 11 or 12 every day. And then he comes home and he watches our kids and he attempts to homeschool. And then I work. So in the morning, I'm doing homeschooling, childcare, just being with my kids generally, trying to get them outside in our backyard, which I'm so thankful that we have a space for them to go outside and play. So in the mornings, I'm doing that. And then in the afternoons, when he comes home and he attempts to homeschool as well, I will then be working online. So it's going to be an adjustment. It already has. We've been working through the schedule just generally. And it seems to be going okay, although I was recording one video for my Cal State class, and my 3-year-old walked in and just joined my lecture. So if you hear shrieking, screaming, yelling, things like, she's breathing on me, or she kept looking at me, that is my twins. We are working on the best way to homeschool, because as twins, they got separated in kindergarten. They've never really learned in a traditional elementary school environment together. So we're trying to like set up different rooms and stuff like that. We're trying to teach them things. So yeah, pray for me. It's going to be interesting. So updates, the points. So you already did the health project. So there's 4 points that it was about 50 points. I'm sorry, you already did the nutrition project right here, I'm sorry. So you already completed this, which was 55 points, and that's already been completed. So we don't have to worry about those points, and you already did 40 points of the midterm, which was done before we left on our spring break. So you will still get this 80 points because the final exam will be the last week of class, and that will be 40 points. So that will stay the same. We've already done the nutrition project. What I've highlighted in red are the things that we didn't do in class yet. And so that's, we're gonna make all of that up in 120 points from your online work. So that's why each week you'll have 2 assignments, the discussion board, and you'll have the reading reflection, so that'll be 20 points. So for 6 weeks, you'll be doing 20 points each week, which should give us 120 points. Which is going to be 5 off from the original points that I had. So the best way to know generally what your grade is going to be is to go back to Canvas. And to access the grades here. So the grades, your nutrition log, the newsletter, the menu, the reflection, and the midterm should all be online for you guys. This is just a student that doesn't exist. I didn't want to show off anybody's actual grades, although you all are doing really, really fantastic. So we've completed the nutrition log, we've completed the newsletter, we completed the menu, we completed the reflection, and we completed the midterm. So we have all of those points already. And then each week you'll do 1 discussion board, which is worth 10 points, and 1 reading or video reflection worth another 10 points. So we'll get 120 points that way. And then we'll also have a 40-point midterm as well. So that should roughly get us the points that we had when we were all meeting together as well. So we're not doing, I've taken it offline, we're not doing the nutrition grade, we're not doing the health project, and we're not doing the safety project. So no observations, no checklists, don't go anywhere, don't do anything. Everything will be online on Canvas. We'd want to minimize your social interactions. We want you to self-isolate if you need to, or quarantine if you have been exposed to somebody with COVID. So we are keeping you safe by not having those assignments anymore. So that's what's changed dramatically. So you don't have to do an observation, you don't have to do a checklist. Everything is going to be online right now. So this is generally what our schedule will look like. So each week I'll open that week's work in its own module on Canvas. So for this week, it's health conditions, which I already showed you. So there'll be a video lecture on health conditions, which you just saw. There'll be a 10-point assignment and a 10-point discussion board. Then for 8, it will be the same lecture, assignment, discussion board. Then 14, 420, 427, 5.4, and then 5.11 will be an online review, no points. It will be in like a quiz format, but there'll be no points associated with it, and you can take it as many times as you want. So if you want to take it 40 times, that's fine. There'll be about 40 questions, and I'm going to pick 20 of those to be on the final. So what we did for the midterm, we're going to do exactly again online, except it won't be in quizzes, it'll be on Canvas, and you will complete it on Canvas, so you're not going to come in to take a final either. So the most important thing is right here. So I'm going to open the final on Monday, 5/18, and it's going to close on Friday, 5/22. What I want you to do right now, literally right now, is get your phone, get your planner, get your calendar, get your Google, however you keep track of your own time. I want you to write down that the final is due Friday, 5/22. Like literally, I will wait. I'm going to take a minute. You need to write this down. The thing that gets everybody in trouble when they're doing online classes is remembering when the final is due. So you need to know that Friday, 5/22, the final is due. So literally get out however you track your time and write it, put it in your phone, on your Google Calendar, whatever you do right now, and I'm gonna wait. I need you guys to do this. So Friday, 5/22 is the last day of our semester, and then I will start doing grades. I know some of you are kind of waiting on this class for your permit, so I get my grades in as soon as possible for you guys so that you can get your transcripts, so you can have your job or your permit or whatever. So what I want you guys to do is to know when the final is due. That's really the most important. So please know that it will be due that Friday. A lot of times people will like forget about it or think, oh, it's open for 5 days, I'll do it, whenever. And then, your week kind of gets away from you, your kids, your work, your school, whatever. And then you forget that the final is due, and then you don't do it, and then you miss out on 40 points. And I don't want anybody to miss out on points like that. So if you are going to take away anything from this video that I have released, it is that everything is on Canvas. You don't have an observation, you don't have a checklist. Every week you're going to have 6.5 days in order to do all of the class work, which is a video lecture, a 10-point assignment, or a reading reflection, video reflection, whatever I have, and then a 10-point discussion board. So for this week, I'm going to lecture on health conditions on Canvas. Then you're going to have a 10-point reading reflection about chronic conditions. And then you're going to have a 10-point discussion board where we start off our week and we start off our online learning on a positive note. So share anything good, a story, a picture, a video of your dog being adorable. I don't care what it is. I just want us to reframe and start over and be happy that we are online and learning together again. So that's what each week will generally kind of look like with different course content that I will provide in a video lecture. You do not have to be signed on at a certain time. It is totally up to you because I know that our lives have all changed dramatically because of COVID. So it's up to you when you do your work, which gives you a certain amount of freedom, but it's also online learning. So you need to come up with a way that is going to be best for you as well in how you learn. So that is our 6 weeks of course content. Then we'll have the online review, which will be exactly like how it was before, 40 or so questions, take it as many times as you want. And then the final will be open for 5 days. All right, that is it for my reintroduction to online learning for our health, safety, and nutrition class. Please email me if you have any questions, and otherwise I will see you guys online.